Good evening, everyone. It is I, Yyfgarl Thundercop, bringing you a new horror game. That's not really new. It's new for the channel. But you're probably wondering, why are we beginning on OBI, or why are we getting on OBS again? A lot of these games might be abandonware, so they don't really like working with modern hardware. So none of my hotkeys want to work on these games, which is especially weird for this one, because I think it's in DOSBox, but... anyways, for a background, this is going to be our background for the video, for the series. So, let's just get into that, and here it is. 5 Days a Stranger, the special edition. Now, here's, you're probably wondering, why am I running this in a window and not full screen? I could not figure out how to get this full screen. I will do research if this video, you know, we don't say somehow I blast through this in an episode. But this game is actually made by a pretty famous internet personality. Really helped kickstart the game reviewer scene in like the late 2010s. Or at least in my opinion. It's made by Yahtzee from Zero Punctuation. He made this game. He actually is a game maker. He's made a lot of games. But anyways, this is his point-and-click adventure horror series based off his original character, Trilby, who is sitting right there. His plan is to go in here, rob the museum, or not rob the museum, rob this manor, which recently has just been vacated of all inheritance. Basically, there was an intro that I couldn't record due to the fact that, like, my hotkeys weren't working. But, this is the Defoe Manor, and an heir recently showed up to claim it, and then he hung himself. So Trilby's like, there are no more heirs for anyone to care about, or no more heirs, so no one will care, or no more heirs, so no one will care about these jewels, or no more heirs, so no one will care about these heirlooms I'm going to steal now. So, yeah. He's there like, it'll be in and out, 20-minute job, tops. So let's get right into it. There is the interview, and maybe we'll watch that later. And we will turn off author commentary, which, this is the special edition. I got this off Abandonware. If Yahtzee somehow sees this video and is annoyed, I'm sorry. You know, that's just where I got it. So anyways, let's get right into this. Day 1. Now this game goes by a day scenario. Oh no. Hold on. Hold on a second, everybody. Okay, so, turns out, there is no full screen, that's borderless, but, so we're just gonna run in full screen, and so I don't have to tab out to start the recording, I'm just gonna start the, so I decided to restart from here, that way you guys can see the intro. I don't have a name. I used to have one, and a lot of people would like to know what it is. Some call me Trilby, and as a name it suffices. I've been called many things. A burglar, a hoodlum, a criminal. I prefer to think of myself as a gentleman thief. And tonight, I've something potentially very rewarding in store. My fence phones me in the middle of the night and asks if I know about Defoe Manor. Apparently, the last of the Defoe line has obligingly died without heirs, leaving all the family valuables up for grabs. The lawyers have got the place locked up tight, of course, but that's never stopped me before. And the place is, of course, deserted. Yes, this should be a painless and rewarding evening's entertainment. And that is the intro I didn't show at first, but then I was like, fuck it, I'll show it. Okay, so here we are. We're wearing our black face mask. Okay, let's... That's me, Trilby. Okay, so... Okay, so there's a safe. Let me, like, walk there. Actually... Look. A rather dreadful portrait of a woman, early Victorian style, and I notice a wedding band on her finger. This must be the wife of the mansion's first owner. If you're wondering why I'm putting on an actual British accent, Yahtzee is from England, first of all, but also, he's played this game on his own off-channel that he has with his friend. He had it with his friend Gabe, which was one of my favorite channels before it ended. I missed that. Gabe and Yahtzee had, like, the best chemistry. But they played through all of Yahtzee's games he was making. It's called the Ego Review. I'd recommend checking it out, because A, you get into the developer's mind, and B, it's just a funny, good time. And also, that's where I got that's where I get Trilby's voice. He said, it's a British show, it's a British show I'm not familiar with. He said, from the Goon Show, and I've never heard of that. Okay, so, first off, let's use the safe. Damn, empty. Guess the family solicitor got here first. Well, I guess I'll just leave then. It won't open. It must have been jarred shut somehow. Well, I guess I'll have to take the old-fashioned way out. Which involves... no, hang on. Fuck. Certificates. I might as well take these and be a doctor. They have no value to anyone except the owner, and he's dead. Well, I want them. I'll check the desk. The drawers are all either empty or full of meaningless paperwork. It might be worth a bit of pocket change, but I doubt I could get... It might be worth a bit of pocket change, but I doubt I could... It might be worth a bit of pocket change, but I doubt I could get it down to my car. I can't read. Books. Books. I have no interest in these books. Cabinet? I can see from here that it's empty. Oh, that's cool. Let's just... I might as well just leave. What? Oh, no. No! Stay away from me! Stay away! What got into him? Oh, wait. I keep forgetting I'm wearing this thing. But who the hell was that guy? I was under the impression this house was empty. I'm not sure what to do with myself. Okay, let's try this window. Jam shut. Okay. Hey, buddy! See, I don't remember when Yahtzee said he stopped using other music. So, if this is not when he began his use of original music, I just want to say I really like the soundtrack. Huh. Where did he go? Jam shut. He's hiding in here. Or... how anticlimactic. Locked. Where the hell did he go? He didn't run down the stairs. Well, I guess I'll go check the stairs. Wait, no. I hope there's not a part where I have to run from something. Well, I might as well call somebody and say, I'm locked in, and then sneak out. Line's dead. Okay, somehow I was expecting that. Somehow I was expecting that. Now, here's the thing. Like most of the horror games I play on this channel, I know a decent chunk of them, but that doesn't mean I'm an expert. I would like to say that I, know the story beats, but I don't know how you get there. So if I seem to be gravitating towards a correct solution, it's generally because I know where some things happen. But again, doesn't mean I know 100%. I know this painting's important. I know some pretty unscrupulous art dealers, but I doubt even they deserve this. Okay, so he's not gonna... Okay, wait, no, we gotta look at it. Because I do know that this... It's a rather amateurish landscape. The signature identifies it as the work of Matthew Defoe, circa 1818. If you don't want me to do the voice, I won't do the voice. I just wanted to... Oh, I don't have to... I do. Okay. Okay, so... Hey! Oops. It's about time you showed up. I'm sorry. Well, you should be. I've been stuck in this house for days. Where's the way out? I'm sorry, I don't understand. You're the guy who owns this place, right? No. Oh. How'd you get in here? A window on the second floor. Is it still open? No, it jammed shut. Damn. Well, looks like the house has a new guest. I hope no more turn up. We've only got 5 chairs. If you excuse me, I've got work to do. Wait a minute. Who are you? Oh, I beg your pardon. Harty's the name. Philip Harty. Call me Phil. And you are? Trilby. Mr. Trilby, I'm afraid you are now a prisoner. Like me, like everyone else in the house. A prisoner? Don't ask me why, but once you get in, the house won't let you leave. I've tried all the doors and windows, and none of them open. Have you tried? The garden wall's unclimbable, and I can't tunnel under it. But why? Who's keeping us here? Beats the hell out of me. Whoever it is, they will certainly not be safe from my fist once I get out of here. So if there's something you're not telling me, now would be a good time to get it off your chest. I assure you, I am completely mystified. So how many more people are in this place? Only 3 more. First, there's Jim, the youngest. He turned up just after I did. He's a good kid. Second, Simone Taylor. You probably know her off the telly. She's a correspondent for the BBC. Ooh. She came here to make some kind of documentary, I think, but now she's stuck here with us. Lastly, there's AJ. Skinny bloke with tash. He won't tell us who he is or where he came from. Or stash. All I know is that he's been here longer than anyone. Nearly a whole week. I think I've already met him. Oh, what a heartwarming story. Anyway, why don't you see if you can track them all down? I'm calling a house meeting in the lounge. Spread the word. I trust you'll enjoy your stay at Defoe Manor, Mr. Trilby. I still don't understand. Just find the others and tell them to meet up in the lounge. We can discuss things properly then. Huh. Okay, so, if you're wondering why I'm kind of chuckling, I vehemently remember the intro to the Eagle review video, and, like, Gabe just goes, Yahtzee's Australian friend, he just goes, "No bars can hold me, the mighty Phil." And it just made me giggle. So let's look at what's in this room. So we got, like, tiger heads. A stuffed tiger head mounted in the act of snarling, presumably to justify its death in some small way. You know, Trilby, not everyone who hunts and mounts game has a small penis. A very old sepia photograph of a man in explorer's gear standing over a dead tiger. The label reads, "Sir Roderick tames a vicious beast." That gun he's holding looks a lot like the one over the fireplace. I'm no expert on guns, but I think that's a late 18th century musket rifle. Standard issue of the British Army of that period. This photograph portrays a native bearer in an aggressive stance before a very wary-looking lion. The label reads, Savage versus Savage. Hey man, if you're going fist to fist with a savage, or real recognizes real. Wait. So, in my head, like, okay, so they didn't just get that photo, so I'm just at, like, you think Defoe, like, Roderick Defoe was just like, alright, Umbuk, or Umbek, or whatever an African name would be, around that time period. Like, go pose with the tiger, we'll call it Savage versus Savage. Don't worry, you'll look badass. I don't take savage as an insult, because I really like the Conan works, and there's a kind of a thing in Conan about how, like, just being a savage doesn't necessarily make you a savage. Or something. Basically, like, civilizations can go from savagery to barbarism to decadence, and in between, and back and forth, and all that. It's an ancient picture of two men in full hunting gear. The label reads Sir Roderick and Carster. The label reads Sir Roderick and Carstairs. Carstairs. Very old photograph of a small collection of very old photograph of a small collection of straw huts. The label reads a native village. Evidently, someone fancies themselves as a big game hunter, or maybe they just fancy themselves. To be fair, this manor was like from the 1800s. Imagine just walking into, like, your rich buddy's house. He's like, what the fuck? Whoa! When'd you kill that? I killed that last time I went over to the Dark Continent. And we're not calling it that because there's a lot of brown people. We're calling it that because everything in Africa is, like, 10 times the size it normally should be. Okay, so we read all the... Oh, we didn't talk about the moose. So it's not enough to kill animals in Africa. He has to come and do it in Canada, too. I won't lie, that one got me. I don't know, moose are fucking... Fun fact, moose are actually more, have killed more people than bears in Canada, I think. Don't quote me on that, I don't 100% know, but I remember people were saying that, like, sometimes moose are dangerous. A glass bell jar containing a rather hideous-looking wooden idol. Huh. Oh, wait, let's just have it on use. Actually, let's save... Because, that you can die in this game. I only know of one death, but I would really hate to have to redo Project. Okay, so now we have to go find everyone in the house and get them for a meeting. So let's see. There's Simone Taylor. Actually, no, fuck. Turbo's like, I've been given the order, ordained by the Lord. It's a pleasantly professionally quality portrait of a bearded man in a Victorian explorer's outfit. A little plaque at the bottom reads, Sir Roderick Defoe. Huh. Oh, we only do have 5 chairs. Let's try looking out back. Hello? There's not a lot of music in this game, apparently. To be fair, like... Okay, someone's been tearing it. Oh, Phil did say he was trying to dig out. No, leave. Don't want to get dirt under my fingernails. Come on, Trilby, huff it. Hoof it. Okay, gotta use again. Okay, that's gonna take some getting used to. Don't worry, if I find myself getting any amount of stuck, I am just going to Google the solution, because this is not a long game. And I don't want to stretch this out into like 15 episodes of Yyfgarl fails at adventure game puzzles. And I don't like how I hear whispering. Ah, yeah, okay, here comes someone. I'm not in a mood for picking fights. Let's look at her first. Unless I'm very much mistaken, it's Simone Taylor, the television personality. I have to, like, decide if I'm just gonna go full-on in accents. I'll just do the fucking accents. So let's talk to the old bloke. Pardon me, madam. What? Oh, hello. Philip mentioned we had a new guest. You're Simone Taylor, right? Yes, you must have seen me on TV. And you are? Trilby. Got a first name? No. Hey, wait a second. Not the cat burglar, Trilby. Oh, wow. I presented a Crime Watch special on you once. Oh, man, I wish I had a camera right now. This could be huge. You wouldn't consent to an interview, would you? Probably should do. She's probably more of an upper class. Madam, even if I did have a sudden, retarding brain injury that would cause me to do so, don't you think our apparent imprisonment is a slightly more urgent matter? Well, I admit I thought so the first day I was here. But I've been here 4 days now, and I really think I'm learning a lot about this place. If I could just get these infernal doors open. Philip's calling a house meeting in the lounge. Yes, it's so like him to do that when a new face appears. I'll see you later, Mr. Trilby. Okay, so that's one down, and I know where to find the second. Again, I know Strange Woman. I know some of the bits, and I know that in order to find our next guest, we actually had to find Simone first. I know we won't be finding AJ, because fucking, I think he ran off. To be fair, I will also say, I didn't really watch the video. I kind of just would put it on as background noise. It's an hour-long video. It's 2 parts. It's hour-long. Like 2 hours. It's like an hour or 2 long in general. I know that. Hey! Hey! Okay, I'm gonna try talking to the tree. Is there someone up in the tree? Oh, hi. You're new. Have you come to set us free? No, apparently I'm a prisoner now, too. I'm guessing you must be Jim. What were you doing in the tree? I thought I might be able to get over the wall. But the tree's too far. And there's this ravine just outside the wall, too. So I understand, yes. Philip wants us all to meet up in the lounge. Oh, okay. I'll head over there now, then. You know, it might just be easier to let you all, like, read it, and you don't have to deal with my atrocious voice acting. But I'm still debating it, because here's the thing, it's like, I usually don't want to talk during cutscenes, but I also understand that, you know, I like to chime in so people don't feel like I'm just get uncomfortable with, it's like watching, when you're playing a game and your dad walks in, or your mom, and they get to a really weird part, and you're just hoping it ends, it just keeps getting weirder, and they're just watching silently. Okay, so, that should be everybody. To the lounge! I don't know where the lounge is. Trilby looks like Jimbo from The Simpsons, kind of. As if he made something of his life. Dude, I'm gonna become like a gentleman thief. It's gonna be so cool. Alright, we're in the lounge. Ah, a new arrival has graced us with his presence. I expect there's a lot you want to know. Join the club. Okay, so let me see if I've got this clear in my head. You're all trapped in this house by some invisible intelligence. Right. And you can't leave. Nope. And as soon as I entered, I became trapped too. Pretty much. Why? Why would anyone want to keep us prisoner here? Maybe they're just lonely. No, if they wanted company, they'd have shown themselves. Maybe they have. Maybe one of us is behind all this.
Oh, don't be silly. Why would any of us want to trap a load of people here and pretend we didn't?
I don't know, do I? I don't speak loony. We mustn't squabble amongst ourselves. Hampered by paranoia and suspicion, we'd only hinder each other. I suggest we assume for now that we four are all innocent.
I agree with that.
Oh.
We five, including AJ. Where is he, anyway?
I don't fucking know. I couldn't find him anywhere. I saw him just after I arrived, but he ran away from me.
Well, that's odd. Listen, Mr. Trilby. We work as a team in this house. That's how it's been since it started. So we all have to share information.
I just shared information. I came to rob shit. He's a cat burglar. Or you even have to ask, how do you know? Well, I didn't come here to take part in some bizarre Big Brother event, that's for sure. That's anachronistic. Big Brother did not exist at the time this game takes place. Is there
anything you know about this house that would help? Anything at all?
I doubt I know more. Actually, I'm going to just let that play out real quick. That's a joke Yahtzee himself made in his own video when he was playing this. He's like, that. They were like, that show did not exist in the 90s. Well, guess you're not much of a help then. But I suppose an extra pair of hands is always useful. I'm still not completely clear on a few details. And this is where I think... Do I get to ask you all some questions now?
Sure. Just ask any of us, whatever you like.
Sorry if the voices keep switching. It's... Alright, so... probably gotta switch to talk. Alright, Simone. Miss Taylor. Yes? Alright, tell me about yourself. What's your name? What's your sign? We're in for it now. I'm afraid I don't watch that much much television.
Oh.
Maybe it would be easier if I just let you all read it, because honestly, I read it because sometimes I pretend documentaries or variety TV shows.
Whenever I'm needed, really.
Very much of a Jill of all trades. All trades. So that's the hard part. To take a little break here so we can actually the connection part of these things. The main issue I have is that some of you might be using me for background noise, so I don't have an issue with that. I'm saying I have an issue in that, do I read the dialogue so, those people are know what's going on, so oh, okay, that's interesting, or do I just comment on the dialogue that way people who are, watching the videos, which there's no problem if you do either one. In fact, if you use me as background noise, thank you. I'm glad you think of me as something relaxing. I don't know how. Also, if I somehow have any British viewers that I've destroyed, I'm sorry. I'm about as British as I am a Nord. How about that? I come from High Rock. I don't come from the Isles. Anyways, how did you come to be here? That's another hard part. Do I keep doing the accents? Because I feel like I can't put... No, fuck it. No, I can do that. I'll do it. How did you come to be here?
Oh, I came down here for a documentary. There's been a lot of interest in old ghost stories lately. We figured something on Defoe Manor would pull in the ratings. New underwater park.
And not because it would make interesting viewing? This is why I hate television.
Excuse me, I was talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna point out there.
I arrived here before... I was supposed to wait for them. But I couldn't resist just taking a walk around the grounds. Next thing I knew, I was in the backyard. I looked all over, but I couldn't find a way back to the front. It was my own fault, really.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. This house must smell awful if no one's showering or changing their clothes. What happened to your camera crew? We ate them. That's how I always... I immediately thought of that. I'm gonna reference that video as much as I can. What happened to your camera crew?
I have no idea. They probably just left when I never showed up. I'm sort of glad they didn't get mixed up in this, too.
Quite.
I think one of them had sexual assault charges. You know, the old...
You know, I was gonna make a joke about, like, one of them having warrants for sexual assault. And then, like, but, you know, imagine... But at least we get to come back from school safe. Because, you ever notice that, like, whenever someone, like, in America makes, like, a pro-America joke, the first response is school shootings, and it's like... You act, like, they're problems, yes, but that's, like, the... That's, like, it's like, haha, British people teeth don't work. It's like, that's half the jokes. It's not like America's better because of... It's like, haha, English people have funny teeth. Well, at least I don't have to go to school with a bulletproof vest on. I didn't. Granted, I'm not American. Most of the Americans I know didn't. I would have loved to come to school with a vest, though. I think so would my friends. My friend Alex, too. He would have definitely loved to come strapped. He was really into rap in high school. Can you customize the bulletproof vest? I'm making solutions to problems that don't exist. Well, the school shooting problem does exist, but not the people not wanting to wear bulletproof vests to school. I'd wear a bulletproof vest to school. I have to wear a bulletproof vest to school, actually. I'm a wizard. We don't just write down and suddenly you know how to cast Fireball. Let's just say Tolfdir did not do a good job with all of his ward teachings. What do you know about the mansion?
Well, I've heard some pretty disturbing stories about it.
Here we go.
There have been stories of weird happenings around it for decades. Ever since the first disappearance of the original owner and his son. People have gone missing in the area, around the house more than anywhere else in the country. People from all walks of life.
People like us?
Don't say that.
That's all I wanted to know. Thankfully, okay, so also, this taking place in the 90s, a lot of my modern-day England jokes won't make sense, so I gotta, like, really bring my A game. I don't know who was in power, so I can't make Keir Starmer jokes. I think he came to power in 2002? Anyways, my fans across the aisle, I love you guys, and I pray for your safety. Just please, if you're gonna get into an argument with Americans, just remember, they're like your little brother. Remember that. You may not like it, they may do shit you find stupid, but they're like your little brother. Hell, if England had like a England... If I don't... Okay, now that I'm thinking about this, if England did have a day... like a day where they do celebrate, like, British history, I actually would love to do videos, like, based off that. Because there's a lot... Here's the thing about, like, British history versus, like, American pride, like, kind of thing, is, like, there's a lot more, like, games I can spend, like, you know, celebrating British culture than, like... Because, you know, it's like every time I play, like a 4th of July game, I always play, like, a war game. To be fair, like, a good chunk of history is combat and conflict. Alright, so let's talk to Philip. Mr. Harty. Yes, Mr. Trilby? Tell me a bit about yourself. About me? Well, I'm what you call the import-export business, or in what you call the import-export business. You're a thief. I'm not. I am... I'm a treasure hunter. I would take what belongs to dead people. That's grave robbing, since they're not using it, you know. Our new friend there, he's a thief. True, but also a gentleman. And I only take what I'm sure no one's using, too. I'm sure that's a great comfort to them. You rob the dead. Don't give... I'm not going to... Okay, I'm going to say this. People who rob the dead are infinitely worse than people who rob the living. Because when you rob the dead, you're taking from someone, generally from someone's, like, you know, grave, their tomb. So I feel like we got really serious here in that last bit when I was talking about, like, that's just a joke I noticed that, like, it's like, man, how... It's like when, your friend playfully calls you, like, an idiot, and you literally, like, zero in on one of his insecurities. Like, here's the thing, British people, if you get offended by, like, jokes about your teeth, from my research, because I actually did wonder this, because it's, you know, is it genetics? No, just a lot of British people do not think that having, like, a nice, straight, white smile is, like, that important. Like, they want nice teeth. They're not, like, oh, God, no. They want, like, teeth from, like, you know, back when, you know, dental hygiene was not a thing. But you know what I mean. Like, they're not, like, oh, why are you brushing your teeth? You want them to look all nice? Like them blighted Americans? No. They're just like, you know, brush your teeth, take care of your mouth, but, you know, you don't have to go around getting whitening strips and other things. I could be wrong. Any British people in the comments who I haven't driven away, feel free to chime in, you know, like, again, I would hate to put words in the mouth of another country. Unless that country is legitimately retarded. I can think of one that's very large and very stupid and honestly a great waste of colonial efforts. How'd you come to be here? How did you come to be here? Well, I came up here to look for some artifacts.
And I'm sure you had full consent of the Defoe solicitors to do so.
Simone, can you shut up? Thank you, Philip. I just heard of some old family tomb somewhere under the building. Okay. I mean, really old. Anything inside probably doesn't belong to anyone, so finders keepers. It belonged to the dead! Okay, I'm not back on Simone's side. I had to call in a few favors to get over the ravine and the back wall. And of course, I couldn't get out again. You didn't have an escape plan? How many people know you're here? A handful, I suppose. They wouldn't get suspicious till I go missing for months, though. I'm not gonna lie, I might actually have to end the video here. No, hang on, let me just... My voice is already getting scratchy from doing all this reading. What do you know about the mansion? Plenty. I read an article in this month's Treasure Hunting Monthly. What? It was built by some explorer guy, Sir Roger Defoe or something like that. His wife died giving birth. He and his son went missing sometime later. Hell, maybe the article could tell you better than I could. I'll let you borrow it. Phil actually, it's weird how Phil goes from being an ass to, like, already being a... Just don't mess it up too much. It's for my scrapbook. That's all I want to know. And I like how it does it. It just... Reto. SETI? The fuck is a SETI? Alpha Centauri? So, Jim... Yes? Yes? Tell me a bit about yourself. Like what? I don't know. Where were you before you came here? Came. I was at Sir Trinan's boarding school, not far from here. Been there since I was 10. My parents move around a lot, you see. How old are you now? Nearly 16. I might not do an accent. I'll do my best to do an accent for everybody. But my God. It's a task. How did you come to be here? You were so stupid. We climbed over the school wall at lunchtime. Why? It was a dare. We were going to see how long it would take the school to find us. Then we came across this old house. Oh, that's a great show. And Richard dared me to knock on the door. You bet me £1 I wouldn't do it. You did this for $1? Our school was like that. Broke my collarbone playing pylon once. What happened next? Well, I was about to knock on the door, but it opened by itself. I heard Richard dare me to take a step inside. So you did, and the door closed behind you, and it wouldn't open again. Yeah. Your friend didn't call the police or anything? How should I know? I guess they didn't, since nobody came. That was on Wednesday. The school probably know I'm gone now. I see. What do you know about the mansion, Jim? Not much. We could always just about see the roof over the playground wall. We all used to tell each other it was haunted, and ain't that true? Why? Were there any stories or legends attached? Well, a friend of mine used to say a crazy hermit lived there, who killed people and ate them alive. Oh, well, I'm certainly reassured. That's all I wanted to know. Okay. Anyone else see the pattern in all these stories? Which pattern would that be? Seems to me the house only traps people individually. It didn't try to trap Jim's friends or Simone's camera crew. It's only letting us in one at a time.
You're talking about the house like it's intelligent. Surely it's more likely that there's just some joker behind all this.
Maybe, but how did they know we were coming? How did it know to leave a window open for me, risking one of you finding it?
You think the house is haunted?
Or you think the house is haunted? I wouldn't use that word, but I definitely have a very odd feeling. Like we're being watched, I suppose. Yeah, maybe this is one of Simone's rating winners.
Excuse me?
Well, locking up some people in a house against their will and secretly filming them. Sounds like a natural reality TV progression. Hey,
it's also highly illegal.
It's also the UK. Okay, I'm gonna insult the British Commonwealth here real quick. Simone saying that people being recorded against their will. Has she not seen what you? Oh right, this is the 90s. Fun fact about how much security cameras there are in the UK. Where George Orwell, wrote 1984, a book where the government has become so dystopian it monitors its citizens constantly, has the most security cameras in the world. I'm sorry, I got distracted there. I just thought it was funny that's like saying the government would never do that. Day 2. Okay. What was that noise? I didn't hear any noise. Legitimately. And I have my headphones on. Oh, no. Simone? Philip? Jim? Oh, God. Who did this? What the? You did this. Stay back. I'm warning you. Who are you? What? Oh no. Well, that could have... Christ, I've never dreamt so vividly before. It was so disturbing. Well... How about just, get used? That was terrifying. Oh, hang on, look. Ooh, just, Ooh, okay, no one's dead. Thank the Lord. Oh. That photo, portrait of an aging man in a safari suit. The plaque reads Sir Roderick Defoe. Okay, it looked different. Oh, wait, hang on. Look. It's an article cut out from a magazine called Treasure Hunting Monthly. It's an article cut out from a magazine called Treasure Hunting Monthly. Okay. The Mystery of Defoe Manor. Defoe Manor, one of the country's more notorious stately homes, is renowned for being a great source of untold wealth. But what is the curse that surrounds the creaking house? I really hope that by the time I end this series, I don't start reading everything like Trilby. The mansion was built in the early 19th century by the legendary explorer Roderick Defoe in celebration of his retirement and marriage. Aww. Sir Roderick disappeared along with his only son on the 15-year anniversary of his wife's sudden death. After that, the house fell into the possession of a succession of heirs, most of whom died or disappeared in mysterious circumstances. The house was left abandoned after the last heir was thought to have died in 1946 until the recent appearance of Clarence Defoe, who managed to prove his connection to the lineage and inherit the house. Huh. Okay, well, talk Jim?
Hi, Mr. Trilby.
How are you feeling?
Okay, I guess.
I had this really horrible dream. But you don't want to hear about it. You're taking this imprisonment thing very well, I must say.
Well, it's not that different to boarding school, really.
Except there's no one to hit you across the knuckles when you talk too much at night. Seen AJ anywhere?
Not since yesterday morning. He seemed pretty anxious about something.
Did he say why?
No. Just said something about getting to the bottom of all this. Then he left the room and I never saw him again.
What are you reading there?
Treasure Island. I found it in the living room.
How are you liking it?
Well, it's a bit heavy going. I think I prefer Terry Pratchett.
I don't know who Terry Pratchett is off the top of my head. Didn't he write Discworld? I think he wrote Discworld. I'm not 100% sure. Also, has no one tried breaking a window? Do you know where the others are?
Well, I don't know where Mr. Hardy is. But Miss Taylor's up in the library.
The library?
On the second floor. I think she broke the door open or something.
Thanks. Do you know where the others are? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, since we don't... I'm gonna, off to go... I should say, almost forgot. That would have sucked if I walked through here and redo all that. He was forward on me to... Okay, so she broke one of the doors open. Locked. Oh, okay. Say that. That one looked broken. Evidently someone's been doing a little research here. Okay, I guess we'll just talk to Simone. Hey, Miss Taylor.
Oh, hello, Mr. Trilby.
How are you holding up?
Oh, spare me the gallantry. I'm just fine.
All right. Fine, see you later. Heaven forbid No, I'm not gonna... Oh! I just noticed that... Okay, so I don't have to right-click every time I want to talk to somebody. Did you break the lock on the door?
No, I just came up here and it was like that. I suppose AJ must have done it. He must have been reading from that pile of books.
Okay, I hope AJ did it.
I don't know exactly. I'd have to ask him.
So I take it AJ hasn't turned up yet.
No. But do you think he found a way out?
If he did, he didn't have the decency to tell us.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's kind of jumpy. Maybe he just saw an opportunity and took it.
Maybe. What do you know about AJ?
Not much. He refused to tell us anything about himself. Where he came from,
Wow, I legitimately have to not talk like myself to do her voice. That is...
I really wouldn't know. Of course, you're no one to judge when it comes to withholding names.
Yeah, like, that's what it sounds like, if I do my voice. Sleep well?
To be honest, not really. I had this terrible dream. Someone had killed you and Philip and Jim. And I remember a huge guy with a welding mask.
Let me guess. He took off the mask and he looked exactly like you.
No. Actually, he looked exactly like you. What does it mean?
Frankly, I don't want to know. Do you know where the others are?
Well, Philip said he was going into the garden. I don't know where Jim is. And AJ's still missing.
Thanks. Okay, so... my money is we gotta go to... the backyard. I won't lie. This screen right here, hard image. It just, I don't know why. It screams like old-timey horror to me, and I love that. I'm not just trying to gas this up. No, I legitimately think this is a pretty decent, like, point-and-click game from what I've seen of it. And the fact that it's, like, the story, it's made by, like... Here's the thing, it's not like Yahtzee completely, like, acts like he never made these games. No, Yahtzee actually was very, like, prolific in the adventure game community. Maybe I should talk about that. I remember, like, he actually took a lot of criticism to heart with these games. And he's proud of them, but he's willing to admit when they're shit. Although I do like how in all of the Yyfgarl reviews, whenever, like, Gabe says a game isn't that bad, he's like, no, it's shit! Anyways, back outside. I always thought that was a screen door, which I thought was weird. I didn't know if... Alright, to the backyard. Was the pool added? Also, fun fact, the welding mask. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, hey, Phil. No. Hey, Mr. Hottie. Well, look who's up. How are you doing? Oh, I'm just fine. And when I find the way out, I'll be even better. Okay. Are you the one who dug up half the lawn? Yeah. I was trying to dig my way out of this place. But the ground gets really solid 2 feet down, and the wall foundations go even further. Well, that would explain the holes nearest the walls. What about the others? Alright, I was looking for treasure. Happy now? You want some kind of medal? Just professional interest, you understand. Any luck? With treasure? Nah. Found some kind of pipeline running under the lawn, but not much else. That pipeline seems important. What are you doing with that metal detector? That's actually part of the plan to get out of here. Oh, good. I've heard there's some kind of family tomb buried somewhere under the grounds. If I can find it, there might be another way to the surface. That's actually not a bad plan, because of usually, and I presume any family valuables that they have down there would be an unexpected bonus. Hey, judge not lest ye be judged yourself. You're a cat burglar, for God's sake. At least I have a sense of priorities.
Well, when you found an escape route and saved us all, I'll be sure to apologize profusely.
You know, I find it funny that he makes fun of, he quotes, like, a Bible verse, but then immediately takes, the Lord's name in vain.
How do you know the tomb's there?
I don't. That's what the metal detector's for. How do you know there's anything to detect? It's probably all stone and dusty corpses. Actually, you'd be surprised how much metal can be found in a tomb. Belt buckles, coffin handles, candlesticks. He's got a good point there, actually. Gold, silverware. Implying something. Oh, goodness me, no. Listen, the tomb could be on the other side of the grounds for all you know. Sure, but this is as good a place as any to start. And until I see some compelling evidence for its location, I'll continue my systematic sweep. Okay, so I'm going to ask to borrow the metal detector, and he's going to say no. Can I borrow your metal detector?
What do you want it for?
I'm not sure yet.
Brilliant. Well, I'll give you a shout when I'm finished with it.
Oh, well, okay, at least he's saying, keeping me in his heart. Someone's going to say, Yyfgarl, you don't have to go through all of his dialogue. I know, but I want to be thorough, and also I would hate to be the guy that's like, there's like a really cool dialogue option, and someone wants to see it, and I just skip it, because for my own convenience sake. Do you know if AJ's turned up yet?
Not to my knowledge. In fact, I don't think we'll be seeing him ever again.
Why not?
Well, if this is some kind of reality TV stunt. He must have been in on it. Maybe he's going to file reports on how all the hidden cameras are working.
I honestly doubt this is the work of the BBC, Philip.
Do you have a better explanation?
Not yet.
Well then.
Have you seen the others?
Last I saw Jim, he was in the dining room. Don't know about the Taylor woman.
Thanks. See you around.
Whatever.
Well, if I know anything, we need that metal detector. Because I say, this is an adventure game. We need random knickknacks. So I imagine I'm going to use my own detective. From what I remember of the video, we need to go find out the tomb, the location of the tomb, which if I remember correctly is actually located outside of the walls, which will make Philip not want to give us. That's the only puzzle I think I remember. Okay, hang on. Books. Sun-bleached skull. I don't want that nasty thing. Books. The 1988 edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica with Wagner to Woodlouse missing. Collection of old road maps and atlases, probably tragically out of date. The shelf is full of nothing but photo albums. Books on photography, cartooning, and watercoloring. Lovingly bound textbooks on gardening. Some of P.J. Woodhouse's best. Some of P.G. Some of P.G. Woodhouse's best. Yeah. Some of P.J. Woodhouse's best. Some of P.G. Woodhouse's best. That's what that says. Okay, my brain was... Several volumes of something called The Digest of the Visual Arts. Several volumes of something called several volumes of something called The Digest of the Visual Arts. Historical texts on most of the really well-known noble families. The history of the Defoe lineage. That looks interesting. That's our money. I think it's about the time I read up on the Defoe family. Which means... They won't go together. Okay, I know that. History of the Defoe family, Volume 2. Roderick Defoe, later Sir Roderick Defoe, is probably the most famous of the lineage. Using a lot of the inheritance he attained when his parents died suddenly, he embarked on a series of adventures throughout the globe, earning quite a reputation as a colonial explorer. He retired from adventuring at the age of 40 when he met his future bride, Belinda Rothman, and fell instantly in love. He built a luxury manor in the English countryside, and the couple moved in as soon as work was complete. By all accounts, the couple were deliriously happy, which is what made Belinda's sudden death while giving birth to their only son, Matthew, all the more tragic. Sir Roderick was in mourning for a long time, leaving the upbringing of Matthew in the hands of numerous nannies and tutors. When he finally did start taking an interest in his son, he was known to be bitterly disappointed as his son rejected the idea of joining the army, preferring to pursue art in the... yeah, no. He's like, that's the first sign. He doesn't want to join the army. He's a poofer. Oh, no. I feel like that's going to be my headcanon. He wasn't against his son being into that. He's like, oh, no. As Matthew neared the age of 15, however, he and his father seemed to grow closer. They didn't always see eye to eye, but they seemed to understand each other and offer unconditional love. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, he was probably like, oh no, my son's a poofer. Which, this is the 1800s, so don't everyone be like, Yyfgarl, how dare you? And then, on Matthew's 15th birthday, he and Roderick disappeared. A servant found bloodstains in one of the rooms, but no bodies were found. The fate of Sir Roderick and his wayward son remains a mystery to this day. The first of many mysterious disappearances connected to the Defoe line and the family house. Okay. Okay, that didn't tell us anything. Noble families. Visual arts. Books on the occult, no doubt interesting bedtime reading. A complete unabridged Oxford English dictionary. These don't come cheap. Delilah's How to Cook series. Badges of Visual Arts. Well, maybe that's what we need. Say, because I know that we have to find a way to prove to Philip that the tomb is not in the house. Or is not on the grounds, that it's outside. Also, I'm not gonna lie, why does everyone have, like, detailed eye work but Trilby? Trilby's just got solid blue eyes. There's no such thing as coincidences. Hey, Phil. I may need it. Okay, never mind. Okay, so back to the New York groove then. Wait a minute, let's go check the office. Say, I don't like to use guides for everything, especially when I could, you know, maybe solve it myself, just give enough time, but I want to respect your guys' time, aka I don't want to, like, spend all day doing something and then I, like, can't do anything else. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man, I can't really think of anything. Man, I'm exhausted from all that talking. Not like physically, just my voice. I won't lie, that conversation, like, okay, so let's see if there's anything in here. Doesn't seem like a Victorian fixture. Must be an addition made by the most recent tenant. Okay, is there anything inside I may need? Okay, that didn't do anything. Okay. Back to the library. Oh, wait, hang on. Look. Interesting. A couple of binders containing an old... Interesting. A couple of binders containing old archaeological plans for Defoe Manor. There'd probably be some architectural plans of the building here. Then let's grab one of them. A map is always handy. It's a very old architectural plan of Defoe Manor. There's Defoe Manor with the underground tomb, clearly marked as being under the front yard. There's something odd about this map, like there's something missing. No, it's not that. There's something here that doesn't belong. Something that I don't recall seeing in the house. Yeah, there's a staircase in the kitchen. I should probably go give that to Phil. I won't lie. This is my favorite type of horror. Like, kind of like self-contained horror. Trilby. Hey, Jim. Just gonna mosey on by here. I won't lie. Trilby's hat makes me kind of look like... gives me, like, impressions. By the way, Trilby is called that because his hat is a trilby. He wears a trilby. I think Yahtzee also used to wear a trilby. It just reminded me. He's like, it's not a fedora, it's a trilby. I mean, games like pointing it out does not help. Oh man, I miss those two. Hey Phil, guess what? Tomb's in the front yard. What do you mean that doesn't work? Hey Mr. Harty, I found this old map in the library. Did you? Take a look. The tomb is quite clearly under the front yard. But this is the backyard. There's no way way into the front yard. Sucks, doesn't it? Well, I guess that's my escape plan out the window. Thanks a bunch, buddy. Don't mention it. Can I borrow the metal detector? Why the hell not? Take away my hopes. Might as well take my only worldly possession, too. Have fun with it. To be fair, in a situation where you're trying to escape... Now, do excuse me. When you're trying to escape, annihilating escape plans that won't work is a good idea. Why waste effort when you don't have to? Okay, so... rather cheap, overused metal detector. Alright, I gotta click use. Wouldn't know where to begin. I need a starting point. Oh, right. So, I imagine... what I do know, we do need to drain the pool. I'm gonna save. I know the intro to this game decently well, so we're gonna walk. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how we... Wait, hang on. Let me try looking at the pool. Water's deep and smells strongly of chlorine. There's a blurry shape visible in the water, but I can't tell what it is. Perhaps if the pool were drained. Okay, so... that's how you're supposed to figure out you want the pool is drained. I don't know why I never decided to want to look at the water. But, no, yeah. That's why you want the pool drained. There's something at the bottom. I can track where this pipeline leads with the metal detector. Oh, and he does it by himself. Yahtzee, you're a genius. The trail ends here. And what have we here? Philip's laboring must have covered it up. That dirt under your fingernails. Panel. Well, that didn't seem to do anything. I keep forgetting we can just click here and... Hey, but we can get down here. Let me guess, there's like some type of key down here. Christ! Oh, Christ. Oh. This is definitely the man I met on the load land. This is definitely the man I met on landing, presumably AJ. Looks like someone tied him to an iron hook at the bottom of the pool. But I think he was dead before then. His throat's been split open by some large, edged weapon. Stench. I've got to find the others. Dead? How? Murdered. He was stabbed to death, then tied to the bottom of the pool.
Oh my God.
You know what this means, don't you? We are the only ones in this house. The killer has to be one of us. I think it was Jim. Not necessarily. I don't think any of us could engineer. Shut up! It was you, wasn't it? You killed AJ and now you're covering your tracks.
Philip, you're being absurd here.
I was the last one to see him alive.
Why would Trilby tell us where the body is if he wanted to hide it?
He's covering his tracks. He was the last to arrive. Don't tell me you're not a bit suspicious of him. That's a fair point. Look, what happened to AJ was a terrible thing, but it wasn't me, Trilby, Yyfgarl Trilby. I mean, but if we let it tear us apart, we could all go the same way.
He's got a point, Philip.
Oh, I see. You're all in on this together. Together.
Philip.
Shut up! As far as I'm concerned, there's no one I can trust anymore. From now on, it's every man for themselves. You notice that he doesn't...
Philip!
The reason he's always got his hands in his pockets is because, Yahtzee didn't want to animate his arms.
So what do you think? About AJ, I mean.
I'm really not sure. I think we're being haunted.
Oh. Well, at least someone's keeping their head.
Look, I'm not exactly in love with such an unscientific idea as a murderous ghost. But nothing other than the supernatural could have engineered this situation. To be fair, we're in a house that is locked, and this house has a bad history. And a history I think it's time I started looking into.
Well, do whatever you want. I think I'm going to look into AJ's death with a slightly more sensible attitude.
Where's Jim? Someone should tell him about AJ.
I think he went upstairs.
I'll go look for him. Father? Jim? Jim, is that you?
What are you doing, Father?
What?
Father, no! No, don't! Father! Father!
Hold on! I'll save you! Father?
Ah! Mr. Trilby? Ah!
I'm fine, Jim. Thank you for asking. Day 3. Jim?
Sorry, Mr. Trilby. You wanted me to wake you?
Did I?
You remember yesterday?
You told me about AJ, then said you were going to look into the house. Then you asked me to wake you this morning so you could get started. Yes, I remember. Thank you, Jim. Anytime. Alright. 2 days down, 2 to go. I think that's a good point to call it. Probably get this done in maybe 2 videos. I don't know how long I've been going on about this, but I think this is the part in the game where it gets a little more, like, puzzle heavy. But, oh wait, before we go, let's go see if that painting's changed, like I thought it would. Or said it would. It was different! I knew it. Well, there's Phil. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you've been enjoying 5 days. You enjoyed this first episode of 5 Days a Stranger. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. It's really enjoyable. It's one of those things where it's like it's kind of like this with Silent Hill 2. You've always seen it on the internet, and now you're actually, well, I've always seen it on the internet with Trilby because I watched Eagle Review. So now that I actually get to have the chance to play it, it's really great. And I hope you're enjoying it too. I hope my voice acting and my side tangents aren't bad. I'm just having a lot of fun. I hope you all are interested. If you're interested in this game, you can get it on Abandonware. And if by somehow this reaches, because I don't know how Abandonware works, because you'll notice some games have like a money bag symbol. That means you can buy them somewhere else. Abandonware is when a game's license has no way to be sold. Like Ultimate Alliance. Marvel Ultimate Alliance is on that. Great game. Great game. Love that game. That was the MCU before the MCU was a thing. But got a bunch of cool games from there. Hopefully they'll be good, because some of them are pretty bad, and you know why they were Abandonware. But anyways, thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you want to see more spooktacular content for the month of October, I know it's not October, it's the end of September. Get started a week early. You can subscribe if you want to be notified when I upload. I do try to keep daily uploads. So, I really don't think you need to ring the bell. If you're like, hey, is Yyfgarl uploaded? Just check back daily. Or if I haven't uploaded. The bell's only there for if I have a day where I keep waking up late and don't feel like recording anything. Which, that's no excuse, so, but it happens. Anyways, I'll see you all. Same wizard time, same wizard channel. Now you're all probably wondering, why did I get my outro and now just talk? Well, because I have to quit the game to end the recording. Yeah, and so, thank you all for watching. Same wizard time, same wizard channel. Praise Talos.